Zach and Maggie are going on an adventure in outer space.
They don't know where they're going, but they just want to see all the planets.
They think space is really interesting, so let's see how their adventure is going.
All of a sudden, Maggie notices that the controls are not working properly. She asks Zach to take a look and see what he thinks.
Wow, the controls really are acting up, said Zach. Zach calls the space base to let them know that they are having issues. He tells them where they are currently, but says they are still heading out into space.
The base tells Zach and Maggie to remain calm and let them know if it gets worse.
As Zach and Maggie are passing right over a planet, all of a sudden the spaceship starts to shake and go up and down. Zach tries to take control, but it is shaking so bad he can't stop it.
Before Maggie can call base again, the spaceship heads right for the land. It crashes into the unknown planet. Oh no!
After the crash, Maggie goes to check on Zach. After both of them look at each other and make sure they are not hurt, they look around to see where they are.
Zach, do you know where we are? What planet is this? Asks Maggie. I have no clue, says Zach.
Let's pretend we're back in school using our knowledge about outer space and planets to determine where we are, says Zach.
All right, now that we're pretending we're back in school, we know we are on Earth because I don't see any water or people. So let's cross that one off the list, says Maggie.
You're right. We also know we're not on the sun because that's not even a planet. And I'm not that hot, Zach says.
Well, I know Mars has red sand and mountains, and I don't really see any of those. So I don't think we've crashed on Mars, states Maggie.
Wait, I see some rings out in the distance. That means we're on Saturn, Zach says. But Zach, a lot of people don't know that Jupiter also has a thin ring system composed of mainly dust particles, so we don't quite know where we are.
So you're telling me that we could be on Jupiter or Saturn? How will we know for sure?
Well, we have an atmosphere measuring tool. Let's use that, says Maggie. Zach and Maggie take out their tool that they keep for measuring what elements are in the atmosphere.
Zach looks at the monitor and sees that mostly helium is present in the atmosphere. Maggie thinks back to her science lesson in school a few days prior and remembers that Saturn's atmosphere is made up of mostly hydrogen with only a little bit of helium.
This means we must be on Jupiter. Our atmosphere doesn't have a ton of hydrogen, so we can't be on Saturn, exclaims Maggie.
Now that we know what planet we're on, let's call base so they can come rescue us, says Maggie.
Zach gets the phone and called base to tell them that they are on Jupiter. They tell Zach that people are on their way to rescue them. Zach and Maggie exchange high fives and prepare to be rescued.
I can't wait to get back home, says Maggie.
This has been a crazy adventure to space, but we had fun and used a lot of knowledge we already had on the planets, said Zach. Thank goodness we learned about them in school. Now let's get back to Earth.